everybody, how are you doing? I am wearing a blanket today because it's freaking cold in here! Also, you may or may not have noticed, but we are on the opposite side of the room today. Why, do you ask? Well, it turns out the bed that I was sleeping on that side of the room was actually what was giving me cluster headaches and migraines. So, just one of the many benefits of living alone in a two-person room. So as you guys have probably noticed, I'm kind of a lot of an introvert. I like to spend a lot of time by myself and in my own head because that's how I replenish my energy, whereas being in really social situations all the time tends to leave me feeling pretty drained. And like many other introverts, I also like to have lots of time to think about what I want to say before I want to say it. However, conversation doesn't always work that way, which means that even though most of the time I can be pretty articulate, at least I think so, it means that in faster paced conversations, I don't always have the time to think about how I want to answer particularly complicated questions, or just questions about complicated issues, or just questions. There's also the possibility that aside from having not enough time to answer a question because people are so impatient they want your answer right now, right frickin' now, there's always the possibility of getting interrupted in the middle of a thought, or even just not having an opportunity to get that thought out in the first place because everybody else is talking over each other and oh my god, I don't want to interrupt because I'm Canadian like that. I don't want to interrupt anybody when they're talking. It's rude. Of course, when it comes to conversations about difficult topics, a lot of time people will interrupt because they want their opinions to be heard too, and I'm just like, calm down, son. You can get your words out once I get my words out, but a lot of the time, of course, that's not what actually happens because somebody else interrupts and then I just clam up and then I forget what I was saying or I forget how I worded it, and sometimes the way you word something is important as saying it in the first place. Basically, real-life conversations are hard. I often find online interactions are a lot easier because when I go to type out a reply to something, I can take the time that I need to think about what I want to say and I can edit it as much as I want before I actually post it. Or in some cases, I can even edit it after I've posted it. I even find making online videos to be easier than talking to people in real life because even though a lot of the time I'm really bad at talking, I can go back and do as many takes as I need to actually get my thought process in line and get my words out. I can even write a script or just edit my video creatively. Hell, I have my notes for this video taped to my tripod right now. But person-to-person interaction, especially when it comes to intense or in-depth conversations, often leaves me feeling kind of overwhelmed. And not necessarily because I have like social anxiety or anything like that, it's just because it's so fast moving, I just don't have time to get my thoughts in order. And as I may have mentioned in my videos about dealing with homework related stress or being a highly sensitive person, when I am overwhelmed, I often just don't do anything. And it's basically the same thing when I get overwhelmed in conversation. Even if I think I have something important to say, I just don't say it. I can't get the words out. So for me, and for other people who are like me, I just like to ask for your patience. If I don't answer a question right away, it's not because I don't know or I don't have an answer. If I don't know the answer, if I just don't have an answer, I will tell you that. It's just that sometimes I just need a chance to collect my thoughts and figure out how I want to say what I want to say. So thanks for watching my video. I'll see you all next week. Bye! You guys totally thought that was the end of the video, didn't ya? Before I go, I've got some updates for you guys. My internship at the Beaton Institution is going very well. Everybody is really nice, and I'm working on a project about Cape Breton popular culture, so that's pretty cool. I want to thank everybody so much for the great response to the folklore tree. The views have been going up consistently every week, so that's really cool. And not only that, but I have heard from my supervisor that some of his colleagues in the folklore field are actually using my videos to teach high school teachers how to talk to their students about folklore, so that is super duper cool. Also, I am heading into finals now, so things are gonna get a bit more intense. In addition to having exams and papers and all that great stuff to deal with at the end of the year, I also have to think about getting a backlog of Folklore Tree episodes written and filmed before I go home for the holidays. This way I will still be able to keep posting them most weeks while I'm at home, even though I'm away from my regular filming space. Which means I'm going to have to devote a lot more time to those things for the next couple of weeks before I go home, which means you probably won't see me on this channel as regularly. You can still catch me at the Folklore Tree, link in the description, and I will see you guys next time whenever that may be. Bye-bye! Be nice. Don't go pulling my fingernails off. I don't want a manicure today.